I feel like wouldn't finish the line, but any woman, if you said the words "brr," it's cold in here. Must be some toros in the atmosphere. Oh. That's such a, like, it's ingrained into every woman who is maybe 35. No, I would say 31 and up. Between 31 and 55. If you were like, brr, they would finish the line for you.
I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some bubbles in the atmosphere. I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some bubbles in the atmosphere. I said, ice.
Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
But I felt like part of the movie because I was like, oh, I thought my team made up that cheer.
No, well, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. What's lame? Our high school did like 4 of these cheers. I swear, the whole "that's all right, that's okay, you're gonna pump our gas someday." Every
That's all right,
time.
That's okay.
That was my favorite one, I think.
So good.
Yeah, that's such a
Wait,
clapback, dude.
That's my favorite. Well, I don't know what her name is, but she was my favorite cheerleader on it. Not Gabrielle Union, but like the smaller one on the Clovers. Do you know what I'm talking
the
about?
girl that constantly talks shit.
Yeah.
She cracked me up because she was like the enforcer of the cheerleader
Yeah.
squad.
It was like you were like watching TLC, but like in a cheer squad. I'm still big red. We would like watch this and do everybody's cheers. God, and she was like so. I love her so much.
I always get her confused with
Kathy Griffin.
I
no,
know
the
what you're gonna
daughter of
Will and Grace, Deborah Messing.
No.
You're thinking of in Hocus Pocus.
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
I know, it's damn.
She does have a Bette Midler.
Is that not a
vibe.
young Bette Midler?
Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon's daughter looks very similar to that girl.
Oh, everybody knows Susan Sarandon's daughter.
She's
I was
in a
going
lot
to
of-
say that. I'm an idiot.
Of course.
All right, that's fair.
God, I loved him. He was like, this is like if you do a caricature of every trope
Like the
in
cliches.
90s. Yeah, like that's the boyfriend. That's like the shitty Ken doll looking boyfriend.
Are they making fun of all those tropes? Or, because like sometimes I can't tell if they're serious or not.
I mean, I yes, I think so, but I honestly think like this was just like, this was America, dude. My favorite thing is like, I feel like this was the first nod at cultural appropriation, but still such a white movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was expecting still the white team to win, like the whole contest. Like I was kind of surprised they didn't.
I was too.
Can I be honest? And this is just, I'm just being honest. I'm still mad about it to this day.
They worked really hard.
I know, and they took such a beating from what's his face, Spanky. What's the
The jazz hands guys.
Yeah, jazz. Okay, let me tell you how obsessive. How we were 8 when this movie came out.
Yeah, we were
So I
8.
was. What grade were we in?
3rd grade, maybe.
3rd grade.
Maybe
I
second.
guess I was in cheerleading then. Like cheerleading up until. I mean, I think I did it till 6th grade, and then I dropped out because before then I was a flyer. I was the girl that they threw up, and then I shot up and I was really tall, and they made me a bass, and I was like, I'm not an ogre. I like thought I was this itty bitty little thing, and I was not. I was like towering all the other girls. But the like cheerleading for girls is so funny. It's like. So it was like a heart and soul. It was like, have you nailed down your backflip yet? And I remember I went to a Catholic school, and we had like one girl's mom was our coach, and she was like, you know, she for some reason she got into the cheer like mindset, and all of a sudden she used to be just a normal stay-at-home mom, and then suddenly she bought an Escalade and had like spinning rims on it, and would have like, you know, AAU like traveling cheer competition giant buff man come to our practices, and like we're like 5th graders, like 4th, 5th graders at this time, and like talking to us like UFC fighters. You know what I mean? Like we're training for war, and we were like, yeah, and essentially we're going to a competition, but with a bunch of, you know, we're training to do a little dance routine against a bunch of other Catholic school competition girls, but we took it so effing seriously, and then you look back and you realize cheerleading is like maybe the most submissive sport. Like half the time the point of is to just be an ornament for another sport.
Question. You went to all girls school, right?
I went to all girls Catholic high school, but I went to a Catholic grade school before. And we say grade school because it was kindergarten through 8th grade.
Does the high school, do they have a cheerleading team?
Oh, the girls? Yeah. How pointless is that? I mean, people already are like, why are we going to see women's basketball? And then there's going to be a cheer team for women's basketball?
They should have
That's
an all-male cheerleading team.
I know. Well, and then the boys' schools, you could also sign up to be a cheerleader for like St. X or Trinity. And then you were like the girl cheerleader for the boys team. And that was like...
That's kind of cool.
No, it's not. You're literally...
No, it's not.
You're training and you're throwing yourself up into the sky, and no one's really even watching you. All they care about is watching some 16-year-old boy peak in high school. But I just love how into it everybody is, and then I love when she breaks her nose.
I do love the edit right here, just how it quickly, time's like an hour, or maybe not an hour, but like 10 minutes has passed where she's already in the stretcher.
God, and their bodies are so hot.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but Kristen,
my God.
I think I've seen like everything Kristen Dunst has done almost. Because I mean, she was in Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
then this was such an iconic classic
been in a
at
lot.
the time.
There's some nipples. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
just used
hard.
to
Oh my God,
in
no,
Spider-Man,
this movie's-
she has some of the best.
This is softcore porn.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yes, and now she's married to what's his face.
Jesse Plemons.
Yep.
Yep.
Good for him.
You know what? Good for him all around. Did you guys watch them in Fargo together?
I did.
I actually didn't finish the season. I just realized.
She's incredible in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's-
they both are so good in it, and he gets like kind of pretty naked in it.
He does in that thing with
The
Olsen.
dogs.
Yeah. The what's her name?
Oh, Love and Death.
Yes.
Mary. Or
They have like
Elizabeth.
a shower scene together.
Yeah,
and he's
they're always making him get naked,
Yeah.
and it's quite. I'm like, it's kind of mean. And also, I'm like, good on you for not letting society pressure you into getting buff before that scene.
yeah. No body shaming him.
You can tell he didn't think twice about it and just showed up on set on that Tuesday and was like, "This is my body, 24/7. Not gonna give a hoot."
Probably
baby."
slapped his belly.
Yeah, he didn't
like
give a
three
shit.
times before the camera
I
started.
am who
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. I also bloomers were an excuse for minors to be in panties. By the way, we loved bloomers. Like when we were in 6th grade and we were in grade school and we had a pep rally and we got to dress up as cheerleaders later in the day. We would walk around in our bloomers. We got to be in our cheerleading uniforms all day, so we would go out to recess. And we thought it was so fun because we could hike our skirts up. And because we had bloomers on, it was okay. So we'd be running around in our panties.
What's the difference? Bloomers is cheer underwear?
It's just underwear that matches that goes over your actual underwear that goes over your uniform. I just remember when we were young, it was like an excuse to hike our skirts up really short because you had bloomers on, so you could expose yourself because you were covered up. Anyways, it was just a lot of I don't know. It was a very
Well, change topic.
okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so.
I
happy.
asked. I wanted to know what the difference was.
It's literally an excuse for young girls to get to show their underwear and hike their skirts up, and it's fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
First
Thank you.
gift
Oh,
we
I
got
forgot we
you.
do gifts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, guys, I still have my horse girl sweatshirt. Oh, I love this. I loved my horse. I kind of want my horse picture. Dude, this is so dope. I kind of want my horse picture.
Just cut out.
Yeah.
Okay, we can send it to you.
Oh my God. I'm like the third hottest one on here. Dude, that is quintessential me.
It's a great looking horse.
Who's 1 and 2?
I think the second hot. Well, who's Pitbull or who's in the fur coat?
Oh, that's Aaron Tuning.
That's Aaron Tuning.
Yeah.
Who is he supposed to be?
He used to wear that coat all the time when he did his videos for the Braves.
Yeah. Okay. Well, another fashion icon, and then who's in the reporter uniform?
That's Josh Black.
That's Josh
Oh,
Black.
yeah.
What is he doing? I haven't seen him in a minute.
He's still doing stand up. He was in Chicago doing stand up, I guess, at the at Zany's in Chicago like a couple weeks back.
Good on him. He's such a little pot stirrer, and I love it.
Oh, he definitely is.
Yeah, he's great on the podcast. It's just like, Josh, say something crazy and we'll laugh at you. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. By the way, I always remember Missy's hair at this point. It was like wet, clumpy curls. And
Yeah,
I always
that
thought she
was
looked like
weird.
Medusa,
Yeah, her hair's
It was
not
a weird
great.
look.
right?
Because she's so, like, I'm also obsessed with her too.
God, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Oh, she's flicking off the camera.
And
so
then
cool.
walks in with a henna tattoo. This is so 2000.
Well, she just said she did it in class. Did you ever like
Oh, that
pin yourself in class or anything?
Yeah, I did. I drew I talked about it on Adam Ray's podcast. I didn't have any cool designs besides the Superman S
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
I would draw everywhere. That's all I had. And then, did you guys ever in class do the beat with your pen? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where you do the front and the
Rest,
back.
Do,
Yeah.
and then you would do the That was so cool. Can I tell you one of my favorite cheers, because I still do it now, was be aggressive. B-E aggressive. Do you remember this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. And I still, whenever I spell be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
I set the bench so much in football that I learned a lot of the
Really?
cheers because they were right behind me a lot. So I'd be mowing the yard and have cheers stuck in my head. I weirdly would watch this when I was rewatching. I was like, I know that cheer. But it wasn't Toros in the atmosphere. It must be a Bearcat in the atmosphere.
Must be a Bearcat in the atmosphere.
Like you're touching on earlier, like it just being in pop culture, and like there's so many. Like, I didn't watch the movie until a few days ago, but like there's so many girls that would quote it. Watching it, be like, "Oh, jazz hands! Like that's where this comes
Spirit
from.
hands.
Spirit hands, yeah, yeah."
Well, even like in Be Cool, The Rock does a monologue when he's like trying to be an actor, and it's
Oh.
the whole like he does the two cheer. Yeah. Gabrielle.
Yes.
And what finals? You better bring it.
Bring it.
Oh, I will. Man, he kills that too.
Oh, God, y'all.
This monologue's incredible.
This shaped our shit.
You guys have to go to nationals. What is this, hush money? We don't need you. Why are you so mean? I'm just trying to be strong for my squad. And I'm trying to make it right. You want to make it right? Then when you go to nationals, bring it. Oh, bring it. Don't worry. I never do. Scene.
Oh, how much better is the Black Pepper Alley?
Oh, it's so, I mean,
Without question.
this is my quintessential life. I think this is why I love this movie so much, because this is me growing up in Kentucky, going to Catholic school, and then going to South Carolina. And then one day I moved to Atlanta. And I realized there's a whole different world out there.
These are the Atlanta Pepper Alleys.
Yeah, we have been living in two different bubbles. God, this is like TRL right here. And they're,
God.
yeah,
TRL.
devastated. This is me. This is Kirsten. Listen, this is quintessential me. I'm Kirsten Dunst, like doing my stupid little stuff at open mic, like, oh, I'm insecure. I'm a white insecure girl, and then go into like Cat's Cafe, like like an urban room, and watching every comic like show out and doing act outs, and the whole room's like, and I'm just got a tear. I'm
You
like,
got a
I'll never
tear.
be that. I'll never be an urban comic.
I'll never crush in black rooms.
I'll never crush a black. Then I learned I just like lean more into being a white girl in black rooms, and they're like, that white girl's crazy.
Oh, she's nuts.
Yeah. I know what this is.
Yeah.
Is this from the Bert Cruise?
This is from the Bert Cruise.
This man came to my show.
Wait, what?
The man that wore this came to my. Wait, but the man. Hold on, the man. Wait, this is so funny. But the man on the Bert Cruise didn't have. It wasn't a one. Wait, did the girl have a one?
There was a girl behind him
girl.
that was wearing
Oh,
that,
yeah,
but he was
okay.
wearing like that green.
He was
Yes,
wearing
yes,
just
yes.
the
the
Borat.
Borat. This is the picture.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did I post this picture?
Yeah, you did.
I think I might have gotten shadow banned because of
Oh
these
well,
pictures.
I was curious because you can definitely. You
I
can
know, you
see
can
a
see his
little
balls.
little package there.
No,
yeah.
and that was like the good picture. So Bert sent me like Birdie Boys Productions for Christmas sent us one of those album digital albums.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And it like circles through.
Mhm.
And I sent it home to Atlanta and gave it to Kevin to put into our kitchen. And because it was like, you can upload a bunch of, our pictures, our adventure, whatever, pictures on it. And he was like, yeah, I didn't realize that they had also uploaded pictures. So I put it out the day that my mom and my grandma came over. And like, so it's one picture of like Kevin and I of us hiking in Alaska. And then the next one, it's my nose almost touching. I was looking at a man's balls so close, like almost. It's like a family photo, and then like a random man's balls on a cruise, and then like nieces and nephews, and then a man's kind of balls, but they're not really because it's so mangled. And we've never changed it. So, but that cruise, like, did you? I feel bad because but it was so funny. Like the Speedo contest turned into, it was like
Chaos.
it turned into like smallest penis. I mean, it was smallest penis competition. And I have like a weird folder on my phone. Like people are like, let me see your head. And, people are like, let me see your naked pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're going to feel weird. If I ever open up that folder, it's not naked pictures of me. It's like pictures, zoomed in pictures of like 5 dudes with the weirdest, grossest mangled dicks ever that I screenshotted from that cruise. I mean, only on a Bert cruise would you have like men have the confidence to go up there and show it. One of these, it looked like his balls had been bitten off by an alligator.
Oh, jeez.
We've all been there.
Man.
And he had them sewed back on.
How did the Bert stuff come about?
He saw a clip of a podcast clip of Lace and I online, and then he like just DM'd me and was like, "You're so funny." He's like, "Do you want to do the podcast?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." And then before I even got on the podcast, we had it scheduled, but I hadn't done his podcast yet. And I got an offer to do the cruise.
I've sent him the same message on Instagram. He never responded. You're so funny. Want to do the podcast?
Yeah, send him a picture of your weird fucked up. No, don't send him a penis picture.
That'll get his attention.
But yeah, he loves small penises. No, he doesn't.
This kid was like the perfect little brother.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, he's funny. That's Jim Brewer, right?
it does look like him.
It
Is
does
that
look
him?
a lot like him. No.
That whole confrontation though annoyed me. Like I hate like she's complaining about him playing video games while she's on a like portable phone.
Yes.
You know what I
just
mean?
go in
Like,
another
just go
room.
in another room.
Ugh.
I read that they were like, yeah, a lot of people in movies like don't actually play video games. Like,
Yeah.
but he had not only was playing Twisted Metal, he had used a cheat code and was playing as like the clown in Twisted Metal.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, yeah, he was like actually just like on working while gaming. I love
Dude,
that.
He cracked the code.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be the best little brother.
Yeah, I'm
Whenever
nailing it.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to spike my hair a little bit, play video games, and eat Twizzlers. I have so many flashbacks about my own cheerleading thing. I remember this was like 6th grade when I started to like have hormones and grow and have hips. And I think that's the first time I realized that I was getting a little bit tubby. Like I wasn't just like a skinny, scrawny kid anymore. Like I would eat baked potatoes every day and it never hit until I started hitting puberty in 6th grade because our cheerleading uniforms showed a little bit of stomach. And it was one day I put my cheerleading uniform on and I was like, oh my God, I have a pudge. And that was the telltale sign, was like your stomach showing a little bit out of your cheerleading uniform. I mean, my childhood, I didn't realize was really shaped around.
Cheerleading.
Yeah. And how pathetic.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Girls
can't eat
just
no
hit
more
puberty so
potatoes
much
anymore.
faster than boys.
I know. It's unfair, kind of.
Yeah. We were like towering over you guys in 6th grade.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I was already the shortest guy in class, and then it was just like, oh, God.
I mean, I don't know what's more embarrassing, being the smallest guy or being the tallest girl.
I'm going to say being the shortest guy.
No.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even that tall, but I remember being taller than a boy I had a crush on. You feel like an ogre. You're supposed to be like, especially when you're younger, and you're like, I'm just a dumb little girl, and it's like,
Yeah, but as a short little boy, you feel like a princess, right?
I know, but boys like whatever. I don't know. There's
It's like
something
Princess
about,
Fiona and Lord Farquaad.
yes, but boy, I think it's still cute. It's still cute if you're a little guy.
Yeah.
When you're
Reed was
younger?
adorable.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
cute, but you
Oh.
don't want to be cute. When you're short, you have people like come up to you that are just like, they're like, how old are you? And you're like, I'm, yeah, yeah, I'm 16, 15, 14. And people just laugh, and you're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, dude, and then you can't even like reach the girl's shoulders to put your arm around her at the movies.
Yeah, I mean, hugs are great. That's a perk.
And then like
yeah,
your first,
yeah, you're right at boob level for
yeah,
hugs.
but your first dance, and then you had to like match up with the girl, and so then you realize like you're really not at eye level, like she's looking down at you because she has on little kid
Yeah,
heels.
like square dancing partners. There's only like 3 girls I could ask.
Did y'all square dance?
Oh, we didn't.
Oh man,
We do-si-doed.
we
and
do-si-doed
roundabout.
and
We did it all.
promenaded.
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah. Oh, you
In
take your
Alabama.
partner
Yeah.
around the old.
Yeah, that was like PE. Like
Yeah, we
But
spent
you
a
didn't
week.
like go out.
We would spend a week in
No,
PE
we-
class, like doing dances for the
Oh, we
hour,
did that.
and then our parents at the end of the week would come and watch you. Like that was a whole big deal. It's like, who's your square dancing partner? So like,
you got to pick them.
oh yeah, it was a big deal.
Oh, my heart is sinking. We square danced for like a day in PE, but it wasn't a. It wasn't like cotillion
It was
for
a
us.
full
Was it-
week, and then on Friday, everyone wore their like best Western garb. So you have people like in like blue jeans and blue shirt, and, like cowboy hats and stuff.
Oh my god! Was there somebody that didn't get picked?
There was a girl PE coach, and she would dance with the boys, or they just sit out. But yeah,
Oh, that's so embarrassing. Your parents come and they realize you're a loser because you're dancing with the teacher.
our parents were very aware we were already losers.
Were you guys losers?
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Reed was cool.
Were you a loser?
Yeah, for a while.
You were.
I was just very hyperactive, and yeah.
You were hyperactive.
Oh, I was insane.
Really? You seem pretty chill now.
He's grown out of it a
Yeah,
little bit.
It's like I'm like an old dog.
You were like,
he had some wild puppy years.
Let
Now
me-
he's just too
Yeah.
tired.
His hips are bad
that's what I feel like. Yeah. You're tired.
I
Your
just don't want to
bones
go out in the
hurt.
pasture. I'm just like, if I don't spill any water.
Okay, guys. I spilled water before the podcast. It's fine. You had too many zoomies.
Speaking of short kings,
I love my gifts.
this gift is inspired by another one.
I was just saying this. I was saying this quote the other day too. Wait, you sent me
I
that?
sent you
Did you
this.
see what happened?
No, what happened?
You sent me. So I was on the plane with Spade. I was sitting next to him, and I always tell him it's my favorite line of any movie is "Pull the lever, Kronk."
Yeah.
Wrong lever. And you sent me somebody tweeted how that should be a ride.
Yeah,
at
the ride,
Disneyland.
and it starts the wrong way.
Pull the lever, Kronk, and then they go They go
Backwards.
backwards. Wrong lever. And you DM me that
Yep.
tweet, and I sent it to Spade, and he goes send it to me, and he posted it.
No
And he was
way.
like-
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he was like, it's getting a lot of traction.
2 degrees of
Yeah,
Spade
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like, I know that was so casual for you just to tell me that story. Does it not ever like hit you? Like, I'm DMing with David Spade.
No. Oh no,
You've just gotten so used to him.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I thinking about the other day. It was like because I was so obsessed with Emperor's New Groove, and we actually did truly grow up on Joe Dirt, and my life is so weird. I think about that a lot now because now David and I we were just together 2 days ago, and we talk all the time. Like we're good friends, and I'm like I don't like that. When I remember like watching those movies, it's like you feel like it's two different people. Like I don't associate like those movies with the person I know. Like I don't like David Spade. I don't. My life is weird. I've started now like I don't even want to say it out loud, but I'm like, dude, who else am I obsessed with? Am I gonna become good friends with?
No, I know what you
You and
mean.
Beyonce?
Yeah, it's exactly what I think every day. I'm like, well, it happened with David Spade. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, am I gonna are Beyonce and I gonna be like in casual friend fights on a Tuesday sometimes, like Spade and I are sometimes, like, because when you're touring with somebody, we like this past weekend we were together for 4 days straight, and we had a plane flight every day. So we, it was like call time 6:30, 7 a.m. We'd have to come out to the hotel and then go to the airport and get on the plane. And by the third day, it was like a Southwest flight. So him, me, and Bobby are all crammed into one row together, and I'm in the middle row, and he's on the aisle, and we're so crabby. And he keeps being like, people keep bumping into me. People keep bumping into me. And he's doing this to me. And I'm like, touch me one more time, and I'm shoving you into the aisle. I get it. You can just tell me. You don't have to show me. And we got into like a brother-sister fight. And he was like, it's been a nice working relationship, Katherine. And then we got off the plane, and we were walking through the airport, and he would walk 10 feet behind me, and he'd be like, I don't want I don't want to trigger you. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm like, I'm just so, I look forward to the day when I'm doing that with Beyonce
One of my
on her private
favorites
jet.
on one of the pictures he posted of the Bert tour.
Yeah.
He posted on there. He goes, "Wasn't this last week?" And you replied back, "It's forever in my heart." And he said, "Feels like forever on your Instagram."
He gets
But
so sick
when
of
I
it.
read that, I was just going, "Oh my God, she got classic David Spade sass right on
Oh,
her
yeah.
page." Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like actually friends. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like you're friends if you're gonna post that.
Oh, all day long. Like he's like, "Hey, can you do the show, or do you have to go on a canoe with Bert?" Like I love making him jealous. He was telling me this when we were sitting in the plane talking about it, that a lot of, because I think Emperor's New Groove, don't quote me on this, but the plot kind of changed a lot in the beginning, and even when they were filming it, I'm speaking for him now. They weren't even sure of exactly how the plot was going to play out while they were taping their lines, and so they ad-libbed a lot. And he said a lot of those lines that they ad-libbed actually made it
Oh, that's cool.
into the movie. Yeah, he said the scene where he's having lunch with Yzma, and he's like, Kronk seems like a good dude, and she's like, yeah,
So, he seems nice.
He is.
He's what, in his late 20s?
I'm not sure.
and she has a little bit of, like, remember she has like the broccoli in her teeth, like he was like, you got a little broccoli right there, like that was all ad-libbed.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
then they made the whole scene about it.
They're literally riffing
Yeah.
in their studio. Just
Yeah.
That's
And-
awesome.
And they're not even in the room together. So, like, I'm imagining, like, he has a riff, they like the riff, then they bring her in, and they're like, here's his riff. Can you riff on top of this?
That's
So dope.
I would love to do that one day. To
I know.
voice act and animated
I
thing.
do
That'd be
that-
so cool.
I want to, too. I've done some voice acting auditions now, and
Oh,
it's
no
so
way.
fun to. I haven't gotten booked.
By the way, I noticed you're on IMDb. You've been in a movie,
Which movie? Oh, that concrete thing?
a Christmas movie.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking?
Wait, why are you so face palming?
Never seen it.
I watched it just to see.
No,
you.
no. I've never seen it. No. I was like 5 years into comedy, or like 4 years into comedy. They
Yeah.
had me do like a clean set, but it wasn't even that at the punchline.
Okay, I was curious where that was at.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Should I be? I've never watched it. Is it bad?
Well, I just fast forward to your part, and you were just on stage doing stand up.
Do I talk? Do I have?
Yeah, you talk
Oh,
about
I'm
you
so
talk
embarrassed.
about Kevin.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh,
you,
no.
You do a joke. You talk about, I don't know. You say something about dating accountants. And,
Oh, no. Oh, I remember they wouldn't let me. Oh, he's talking about my tattoo. Did that get it in?
well, I don't remember all. I just know Kevin got a shout out, and I was like, oh, that's all.
Oh my God, I need to tell him that. There's like one or two things I'm on IMDb for, but they were like independent projects, and I've never watched it. I can't bring myself to watch it. Do you have are you able to show me?
Yeah, sounds
No,
hilarious.
I can't.
No, I was trying to think of the movie.
This
I think
is
it was like
actual
Banking on
torture.
Christmas
This
or
is
something.
Guantanamo Bay for me.
I think Banking
Yeah,
on Christmas.
it's like a Christian movie. It's like a Christian. It's like if a Lifetime movie was too much for some people.
But the B plot is that the woman wants to try stand up or something like that. So it
Yeah, I
shows
know
all
that.
these other stand ups,
That's
and Lace is in it too.
Yes. Oh, I remember they made I got to pick my own wardrobe, and I showed up, and they were like, Lace she was like, it looks like you walked into Goodwill naked, and you grabbed whatever was on the first rack and walked out. I can't watch it. I'm not even the best on camera already. I can't imagine how bad I was like 5 years ago.
It was fine. I was sad because I thought you were gonna be like, I have more line, like be like the girl that's like the cool girl that's like, hey, come do stand up, like.
No, just doing bad jokes on a clean Christmas movie.
Oh man, that was a heck of a find. Reed.
Yep. Did you look? There's so many spinoffs from this movie, or
It's
so many
insane.
sequels. Have you ever seen? You have to YouTube Hayden Panettiere,
Something like
right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah. Girl from Heroes. Remember Titans?
Hayden
Remember the
Panettiere.
Yes. Yeah, I think I was
Weirder
adding,
that I knew it. And
I don't know how to say
I
it.
think I was adding syllables. I don't know. Yeah. She's in one, and Solange Knowles, Beyonce's sister, is in the same movie. And I remember she does like a dance off to somebody, and it is if someone's like define cringe, I would show him. And she's like with two guys, and she's like it's like almost like a hip hop dance off, like to face with somebody else in a gym. Like I think the other guy's the guy from My Cousin Skeeter, and it is you have to
Kirsten
watch.
Dunst dancing on her bed in this movie is kind of cringe.
She's listening to the song that her guy.
The guy wrote her.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even a good, but I kept picturing the fact that they probably put that song in later. So like when they're recording that, she's just standing on that bed dancing to like no music, probably in front of a room full of people. And I just felt like that secondhand embarrassment, like for her. Like when she grabs the pom poms, is like shaking her butt. It's just like, oh God, this is
Girl,
tough.
I was there though. I used to grab the top of my bedpost. It would come off, and it was in the shape of a microphone.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like the little
old they would
four-corner
pop off.
post bed?
Yeah. I love
That made
how
it sound like you knew what my bed was.
we've been there. We both have
Yeah.
the same our beds from our grandparents. Like I remember he makes fun of that girl's ass, and I'm like,
That didn't age well.
Oh yeah,
I
about
know.
how big it is.
yeah. I'm like, this is. I mean, I feel like no, this is not like if this movie was made like now, and they're showing off everybody's hot bodies.
You skinny bitches need to fatten up.
Right, very much.
Big is beautiful, don't you know?
Yeah, like we would have so many more. What is it like figure eights?
Good general tone and musculature. Report those compliments to your ass before it gets so big it forms its own website.
This is like yes, I can't wait. This is like when I have all my insecurities and we're like, why do you feel like you need Ozempic and everything else? I'm like, this is what we grew up on. Just watch this shit.
You have weak ankles. One of your calves is bigger than the other. Too much makeup. Not enough makeup. What's with the skin? Say it with me. Sunlight.
I know you got a
Okay,
new
sorry.
special coming out.
Yes.
This is kind of to celebrate
You guys are so
your
good.
last
Oh,
special.
Oh, Salt Daddy.
Yeah, Salt Daddy Salt Shakers.
Oh my God, guys! You guys are so good at gifts. I need to hire you
Yeah.
for when I do gifts in Christmas time because I just.
It honestly, we've talking about this. Christmas time's like exhausting for us now because it's like we've been buying gifts for people year round, and now we got. It feels almost like a job where we like now it's like, oh, we got to do.
People
it for our
probably expect you guys to
parents.
have really good gifts, right?
Yeah, and now it's like we even had friends send us this year. They're like, instead of getting a gift, they got us a cameo from someone because we don't even know what to get y'all. Y'all always one up
Yeah.
us. So we're getting.
They got
cheated
us
out
a
of gifts
cameo
now.
of Jeremy Pivens, and it was so disappointing because like we were like, oh cool, we're gonna get the Ari Gold. Ari Gold's gonna yell at us, and he's just like, Nick and Reed, movie ruiners. That's cool. Like, Merry Christmas.
It wasn't even like a usable clip that we could have done for like marketing.
He's
it was
like,
like
"Got it."
2 a.m. and he's wearing a hat and looks like hungover.
Nick and Reed, I'm here to celebrate you. It's your buddy Jeremy Piven here. On this holiday season, apparently you're the best gift givers of all time. Your Movie Ruiners podcast is the gift that keeps giving. Unimaginably. Apparently, English is not my mother tongue. It's 1:00,000. That's why I'm in bed making this video for you, Nick and Reed. I celebrate you. You're hilarious. You're uniquely talented, unlike me, who is not able to speak English. Keep up the good work. Crush this podcast. That's the way to go. Just don't worry about don't try to please anyone. If you're authentic, they will follow. This is a terrible TED Talk, Nick and Reed. Love you guys. Keep doing good work.
I kind of hate when people request cameos from me because I do feel bad and I want to
Oh,
give
you
my
do?
all.
You're on Cameo?
Yeah, people.
Oh, man.
But sometimes people. I have the lowest price. I don't give a hoot nanny. But then people are like, "Here's the write this roast, write my wedding speech," and I'm like, I'm not doing that shit for $20.
Yeah, that's way too much. The wedding speech?
This is a writing gig now.
Yeah.
Also, cheer. This was the best thing before a competition. The night before, you'd all go over to somebody's house, and they would put your hair up in the tightest ponytail at the top of your head, like slick it all the way back, and then they would like curl them into the tightest little gel curls, and then you'd have to put like a bonnet over your head, and then you'd walk home and sleep, and like you were in like 6th grade, and you'd have a headache from how tight your hair and your curls were. And I remember that we would go to competitions, and my mom would always tell me that I wasn't very good at being on beat or keeping my arms straight, so I would make up for it by having like a lot of spirited faces, like yeah, to jock jams, and she would be like, it looks like you're having a stroke on stage. It's so dumb.
That just came from your stand-up? You implemented that, like all the faces and stuff?
Yeah. We're going to have some funky, silly faces. See their curls? High ponytails, tight, gelled curls. Oh, that is her hair. God, I love that hair. It's so nasty and unnatural. And everyone's so nervous. And I want to look at all those girls and be like, guys.
Did you ever do a cheer competition like this?
Yes, I did these all the time, and everyone is so nervous. And I want to look and be like, guys, this is not going to matter for a second in your real world life.
How was Fallon for the second time?
Dude, it was so fun. It was good. It felt almost like, oh, been here. This is like another day kind of thing.
I could kind of sense that.
Really?
Yeah, like, we were talking about how good you did, and we were like, it just felt like I've seen you perform like this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like this stage, it was kind of like playing a home game for you a little bit.
Yeah. I felt like I was watching it. I think I was trying to tell myself to be so casual. I even threw in like more than I had when I was working on the set, because I was just trying to be casual more.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, so like they would be like, and I was like, why am I acting such a cool girl with this right now?
That's like so cool.
It was like, and guys, like, can we get real here? I'm looking at Questlove. You know what I mean, Quest? No, it was very fun. I was super pumped about my outfit. I liked my set. I liked my first bit the most. I was kind of mad that I landed on the second bit just because it was a long story, but it got approved and I had to run with it. But it felt just like I know what I was doing now. Clock in, clock out. I don't know. It feels weird. It was really fun and but there wasn't as much hype behind it as I remember. But I think that's a good thing. I feel like I've arrived in a place where now this is kind of just more the norm.
I'm waiting for the day where you're like getting disappointed by who the other guest is. Like, I was hoping I was getting to meet somebody cool.
Yeah. I mean, I got Kevin Bacon and Joe Coy the first time, and then this time it was Kelly Clarkson and Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And
pretty cool.
Then Carrie Coon.
Peyton Manning. Did you get to meet him?
We hung out in the hall together. And Kelly Clarkson and I hugged and giggled together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But it was like you play it cool. You don't want to. It wasn't the place to ask for pictures, so I did it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody in my camp was kind of mad at me.
Is Peyton Manning's forehead as big as it looks like on TV?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Kelly Clarkson's itty bitty teeny tiny little girl. She's so short. She's so short, so cute. And he is. I think he still gets nervous to be on TV and stuff.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah, my friend who was a
that.
writer was prepping him, and this is so funny when they play dead, like the scarecrow thing, like everybody.
Oh, I love that the guys get embarrassed of like the fact that they're doing the same routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the crowd,
so
many dudes in that crowd wouldn't be like, "What is going on?" They'd be like, "Okay, are we good to go now?"
Cool,
they could show the same routine 6 times in a row, and those guys would never notice.
Never noticed. That's such a good point. He's so embarrassed.
Yeah,
I love she just
cries.
cries, runs up.
Just go to our house. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I feel like the takeaway from this is white people steal stuff from other people.
Yeah, this is like, bring it on. And then the tagline should just be like, cultural appropriation in little skirts. Cultural appropriation in skirts and curls.
In little skirts.
In little skirts.
That's great.
This did remind me of White Man Can't Jump, just the cheerleader version of it. Just white girls can't dance. Maybe.
Yeah. They're actually hot.
They got some brother sister chemistry.
Sister. Yeah, they're pretty hot together.
Cruel Intentions.
Yes.
That movie came out a similar. This time, this movie was out and that movie was out, and that was like a big like middle school thing where everyone was kind of like talking about the whole brother stepsister dynamic,
Especially down in Alabama.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. If somebody was third cousins back there, it wasn't really that big of a deal, right? To date,
They wouldn't be bragging about it, I don't think.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be telling everybody.
Yeah.
they wouldn't.
I don't think they would like break up with someone over it.
Third cousins.
I mean, I wouldn't date my third cousin, but like,
Our third cousin's pretty cute too.
yeah,
Really?
she was.
You know?
She was
Y'all
third
know
alternate
exactly
Miss
the one
Teen
you're both-
USA.
She was what?
Third alternate to Miss Teen USA.
Oh, I love how y'all are picturing the same one. You know exactly which one y'all are talking about.
Yeah, of
Everyone
course.
knows the
Of
hot
course, it's
cousin.
Casey. Okay.
Like all the uncles and everybody, if everyone was like put in a hat, who's the hottest cousin?
I mean,
Everybody
she like won, like she was on TV for a beauty pageant. So,
She's
I mean,
like
it's
20 years older than me, so I feel
Yeah,
like it's
she's like-
okay.
Oh my god, I wonder how many of my cousins would pick me. I want to know if they would all pick me. Like I'm thinking of my other my cousins, they would be my competition.
A cousin beauty pageant seems hilarious.
Oh, we should do that. I have 60 cousins. Like I'm
Oh,
like,
no
I'm like,
way.
but I think I would be a lot of their picks now, but maybe not 10 years
Weren't there a
ago.
ton of boys in your family?
Yes. Yeah, but
so
there was
not a ton of competition. You should have this in the bag.
I would like to at my next family function. I'd be like, everybody, write who do you think the hottest cousin is?
Do like senior superlatives, most
Yes!
athletic,
Holy
best to
shit,
bring home to mom and dad.
Oh my god, who would you not be? Okay, I would ask all my uncles, who would you not be mad that your child brought home? Like who would you want? Which cousin would you want your kid to date? That's a fun game to play with your family.
Yeah, that's a good way to bring everybody
Yeah,
together.
this sounds like
Yeah.
Christmas.
But I feel like also every 10 years those answers change. And now all of a sudden the younger cousins who would be inappropriate to put their names in the hat, now they get to be thrown in the mix.
Yeah, in about
As you
eight
grow.
in about 8 years when you get moved to the back row. You're like,
And then like some skeezer who's 8 now, all of a sudden she's
Yeah.
like 22 and she's
the
hot.
flyer.
And I'm just the back spot. It's so funny. It's such a fun game to play with your family. I think I'm gonna play that.
Yeah, tell me. I want to know
I
how
think I'm
it goes.
thriving, so like I know my answer would be me now, but in 10 years I'd get replaced because I know my answer 10 years ago it would be I can't say his name, but like now my answer changes.
You
to
gotta
another
say his
cousin.
name. Come on. We said Casey.
I can't, but everybody Casey knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
you
true.
guys
She
are
probably
Casey.
knows.
Yeah, but I had crushes on my cousins when I was a little kid.
Interesting fact about her at that Miss Teen USA or whatever. Ryan Seacrest asked her out, who I always thought was gay. So now I'm always kind of like, maybe he's
wow.
straight, you know?
Yeah, she said
Yeah,
no.
I think he's never come out, right? He's never come out.
I don't know, but he asked my cousin out.
Yeah, so we got some concrete proof
But
that he might not
that
be.
could still be gay. Like you know, gay people appreciate good aesthetics.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he's just wanting to hang out,
Yeah.
have some drinks.
Yeah. How did he ask her out? Was he like, girl,
I didn't get all that
No.
information.
Yeah.
let's chat? Was he like that? Like, let's go to dinner and chat.
I think so, yeah.
Or was it like, let's go to dinner and get to know each other?
I just remember her telling us that he asked her out, and Vern Troyer was another judge, Mini Me, and I remember being like,
He was
I
a
wish Mini Me had
judge.
asked her out. Yeah.
Should have been Mini Me.
He
Yeah.
was a judge for the
That'd
Miss,
been way
Miss
funnier.
Alabama.
No, it was Miss Teen USA. We
He
had to
was
go
a
to
judge.
Shreveport, Louisiana for this USA contest. And she was literally like, was in the running, got like top 15. And then it went to the interview part and she got asked, she's like a dancer. And they asked her a cheerleading question. They're like, what cheer would you do if you were on a desert island? And she was like, well, I was a
And you
dancer.
wanted to be saved. That's
Yeah,
what-
and you wanted to be saved. And she was like, she really didn't know what to do because she was just like, I'm a dancer, I'm not a cheerleader. And they're like, well, this is your question. and so she like tried to make up a cheer on the spot, but it was like this tryout on crack.
Did she even do a cheer? Because I just remember
That
her
is
being like,
so
"Sorry, I
insulting.
don't do cheer. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not a cheer." I
I
thought
don't
her
think she
answer
did
was,
anything.
"I'm not a cheerleader," which is like, "Come on, you got a yes and come on."
That is
Yeah.
so insulting. She's like, I do a real sport. I'm not a cheerleader.
She should have
I'm a
done the
dancer.
gymnastics.
She's
thing.
Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
Yes.
gymnast.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm only cheering because there's no
I
gymnastics
don't 5'6",
team.
7. I kickball change.
Yeah.
I transferred from Los Angeles. Your school has no gymnastics team. This is a last resort.
But that's what she should have done. She should have done the round off back handspring back tuck. and
That'd been
just like,
badass.
in your face.
In her dress.
Yeah.
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 All right, this is your question. A plane is flying overhead. Use your cheerleading skills to let them know that you were stranded on an island below and need help.
Well, I'm not a cheerleader anymore, but maybe I can show you a few dance moves.
Bring me some.
Okay, I'm flying, right? Is that what you said?
No, there's a plane flying overhead. You need some help.
Oh, God.
Cheerleaders aren't like that. Cheerleaders are more like. What's that?
I'm not a cheerleader anymore. I'm a dancer.
All right, whatever.
My cheer is you pump my gas someday.
To Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. Bird
Right.
short. Mini me. He's like having to reach up to pump the gas.
Dude, if I worked my ass off to get that far in a pageant and then they come out and tell me that mini me is judging me as my competition, I'd be
You're
like,
are we even taking this serious?
I'd be like, this isn't. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, everybody's inclusive. That's fine. But Mini Me, he's not. Mini Me hasn't worked on his walk and his bikini body, and how he would save the world, and why he's an advocate for world peace. He's Mini Me. He wanted to destroy the world with his papa. They couldn't get anybody else besides Mini Me.
That
Are
is
you
so
shitting
funny.
me?
I swear.
They were like, how far could we degrade these women? And
Dude,
they were like,
this was at
let's
the height.
bring Mini Me out as a fucking judge.
But this was
on
at the
Miss
height of Austin
USA.
Powers too.
Who's the third judge? Fat bastard.
Right. A real llama. I swear to God. They'd be like, this llama, if it spits on you, you win. Like, I would be like, that is so effed up of Miss Teen whatever to choose Mini Me as a judging women. Who's the best woman? We're going to bring Mini Me out.
I love that. I hadn't even thought about how ridiculous that was.
It makes me so angry and mad for those women. God, I would have flipped my shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that was going to trigger you so much.
It makes me. I mean, look all these women. You know, they work so hard.
It was legitimately like if this scene when the girls are all trying out, if they were trying out, and then it flipped around to the judge and Mini Me's sitting there.
And he's like,
You just don't got it, dog.
"You got too big of a junk in the trunk. Sorry. That's why you can't do a double backflip, tuck, jump, pike."
Nailed
I
it.
did love the pike. That was when you would jump and you would keep your feet straight or your legs straight, and then you would kind of tuck them together like a dolphin.
Okay, yeah.
Cheerleading is kind of just how comfortable are you with embarrassing yourself?
confession.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
more
great.
embarrassed about this than admitting I'm attracted to my own cousin. But I did gymnastics for about 2.5 years.
Tell them why you quit.
I quit because I got good, and they were like, hey, we want you to do the contest with us, do the competition. Go put on this leotard, and here's some shorts. And like I'm telling you, that I've never worn shorts this short ever in my life. They're about the size of this skirt. But and gymnastics, as you can imagine, I mean, it was there were 4 dudes and then like 10 of the most attractive girls in my school, and I walked out and they all just started laughing at me because my underwear was like coming out from like the shorts and stuff. I wear boxer briefs.
You did?
Yeah,
You
so
still wore your underwear?
well, just that one day, I quit immediately after that. I was just like, I'm done. Like, sorry.
My mom like came to me and was like, "Don't say anything to Reed about quitting gymnastics. Hey, he's very sensitive right now. Like he had to wear a leotard, and he was, he was already short too. So yeah, it was.
Wait, so
It was a
this
perfect
breaks my
storm
heart.
of bad.
Did you like was your parents when you said you wanted to do gymnastics?
I didn't say that. I think my mom was just like, hey, do gymnastics. It's good for your core.
But in her defense, we would like walk around, and Reed would just be standing on his head for long periods of time.
I can do that. We'll end the podcast that way. Just about 2 or 3 minutes of that. But no, I do think there was one cool guy that was in gymnastics that was like super athletic, like a great athlete. And I think I was probably like, okay, it was easy to sway me. It was like, okay, I can,
No, had no one told you yet it was a bit of a feminine sport? I mean, it's not. It's very hard.
I knew. I was like, you go jump on a pommel horse for a little bit. You're like, this is fun. This isn't that bad. You get to jump on a trampoline, do flips.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
You jump in
and
the
like I
foam
said,
pit.
there were like it was like this a little bit where you're infiltrating that hot girl group because there were a lot of girls that was like, this is great,
Yes.
But none of them were like, wow, this guy is sexy.
Really?
This 5'2" guy with a leotard on. This is what's getting me going.
You're so good at that. Did you were you on a balance beam and all that?
I did it all.
He is Mr. Gymnast.
Like I said, I got to the point where they're like, we want you to compete, and I was just like, that's when I was like, no, thank you.
You know what?
I was like, if I can compete in sweatpants, I'll do
I had
it.
a similar. I was on swim team, and then they were like, "All right, you got to start wearing a Speedo," and I was like, "Nah, I'm out." So
That's when y'all dipped out?
We both had.
Yeah, if we have to show our package in any degree, we're out.
That's why.
That's why I didn't even go on that Bert cruise. I was like, no way I can take that chance.
You would have won the money. Oh, that's so funny. You guys could have been athletes, but you were just so afraid of your own packages.
Yes,
You were
insecurity.
you were so good on the outside, but you're so afraid of what was on the inside.
Mm.
That's really sweet.
Let's do. All right, Catherine, last thing we got for you.
Guys, this is so sweet.
You got to read
Holy
the packaging.
shit. Warning, euthanizing horses during recess can get you sent to the principal's office. Respect the fallen horse girl playset lightning. One strong-chested Clydesdale. Guys, this is my whole bit. Girls sold separately. Yo, this is so perfect.
We partnered with Dr. Photograph, our buddy George, to make this.
Wait, should I show the camera?
Yeah,
Yes, please do.
Dude, this is unreal.
Isn't that cool?
I'm gonna I wish I had an office that I could put this up. This is so amazing. And the horse even has a little silver penis. How did you get this image? From my Instagram?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't even remember when I posted this one. This is so good. Oh my God, this is so sweet. Guys, I'm never going to live down the horse girl aesthetic. It's not even really much in this hour, but then I put a horse on stage. I know. Oh,
I feel like that's one of your first bits that really popped off too.
It did. And it really resonated with, because I think I realized people are like, what is your voice? And I'm like, I don't know, just kind of like a nerdy, insecure girl that grew up and still talks about it. And now like people come up to me and like, but I think that's like the underneath of what a horse girl is like a girl that believes in kind of magical things, but is kind of a little bit nerdy and insecure. And like now my audience is just full of horse girls, that kind of person. And I love it. I love it so much.
We're trying to
so
get some of that horse girl audience.
I mean, they turn into little freaks. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta go find the beast in somebody else or in themselves later in life.
Gotta find a new carrot to chase.
Yes, exactly. So a horse girl's a good horse or a good girl to be fooling around with.
One funny memory from my childhood that like one of our friends had a horse, and like people would ride it or pet it or whatever. But I just remember one time it licked this girl's shirt like all the way up, and it just. Have you seen a horse lick someone before? It like completely ruined the shirt. It was just like green.
Really?
Yeah.
It was green?
Yeah. What was up with that? I was like, actually.
I don't know. I've been trying to get horses to lick me for my whole life, and they never will taste me. So I don't know. I would love that. I would love that so much. I'd never shower again. I didn't know that they leave a trail of green behind
This girl
them.
was not happy. This girl was like,
I just read something the other day. This is why I heard why horses people become obsessed with them. And I learned this from TikTok.com. Horses in a herd with other horses, right? Like wild horses, they can slow down their heartbeats and then match their heartbeats to the other horses in the herd. So everybody's on kind of the same beat. So if another horse senses danger and their heartbeat goes up, then all the other horses can sense it, and then they know that there's danger around. But that's why they use equestrian therapy and why girls are so obsessed with horses, because they're like majestic creatures. Like when you're around them, they have like, I don't know if pheromones are the right answer, but something about them like is like calming, and like there's something about they like match their heartbeats to the creatures around them. So yeah, so that's why.
That feels very Avatar-y.
Yes it does. Yeah, oh my god. And I love Avatar.
Yeah, I do too.
I love this. People were hating on it, and I was like, this is everything that Avatar is. You wanted more than what it is. This is Avatar.
I was dating a girl at the time, and she leaned over about an hour into the movie and goes, "So is this almost over?" And I was like, "We got another like 2 hours and 15 minutes." She almost started crying. She was so
Oh my god,
upset.
I thought it was magic. I was obsessed with it. I just, what do you want to? You want to watch new beasts and riding and feeling? We went to the whatever we went. We were here. We went to the 4X thing where there's wind and your chair moves. And,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
And the water scenes is like water just hit you in the face.
it is mist. There's mist. You
There's
can turn the
mist.
mist off, and there's
whoa.
mist. I want that. I just want to live in a fantasy world. Like I don't want. Yeah, that's what it was. The plot was simple and easy and fine, and you're in a fantasy world, and that's what I want. I don't want everything. I just want to watch new beasts and fly in the air and dive into the world and cry with monsters.
You just want to link up to a horse.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
Oh, she fell.
That's also the thing about cheerleading is like, dude, it is incredibly dangerous.
Oh, girls were breaking their legs all the time when we were in
Right,
school.
paralyzed. I mean, you can get paralyzed from falling. Like one dude throwing a single girl up into the air, and she's doing 8,000 flips in the air. I mean, one misstep, he doesn't catch her, and she's literally dead.
Especially like, I mean, they did that stuff in like basketball games, and like I think they stopped when I was at school because someone fell and hit the you know.
Oh, I mean, that
yeah.
is death.
Mm-hmm.
Death. That's like more dangerous than football.
She didn't die, but yeah. No,
She did?
No, I said she didn't die. She didn't die.
Oh God.
They put her down.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, she couldn't cheerlead anymore. So what was her purpose?
How did you find out Santa Claus wasn't real? Do you have a story there?
Do you guys ask that to everybody?
Everybody.
Mhm.
We made a Christmas episode of everyone
really?
telling
Oh,
their
I love
Santa
that.
stories.
I thought I was a smart little kid, and I don't know how I thought that this was a thing. I remember when I learned that I was in 5th grade, and I learned that second grade. I learned that half the world is night when half the world is day, and for me, I don't know why this was in my brain. I went up to my mom and I was like, "Mom, like the world, I just remember like saying something like, Santa has to start so soon because the day he doesn't have enough time to reach all the houses. Half the day is night when half the day is dark or night and day." And I was so confused about like how quickly the day goes by and how many houses she has to hit. And then she was just like, "Santa's not real." And because she was tired of me like freaking out about the science and the math about how he was going to get around the world. And then I got in trouble because the next day I went on the bus and told the whole school bus that Santa wasn't real.
You were that girl.
Yeah, if I'm going down, everybody's going down.
You were my Sarah Bussy.
Yeah.
She did
I
that
was
to
like,
me.
I love how I was confused about the science about Christmas, and then my mom was like, because my mom was afraid I was gonna go to school and be like and start like hypothesizing how Santa gets around school, and she was worried I was gonna like ruin it for other
I feel like
kids.
she could have also very easily been like, well, that's how he does it because half the day is night and he's able to do half the world while it's night and
I
he
think
does the other half.
she was sick of it. You know, she's
Yeah,
like, I'm
let's
tired
say.
of playing. Yeah, I'm just, it's not real. And
How old were you?
2nd grade. Was that young? I
Oh
think that was
man, that's
normal.
crazy.
Is that young?
Pretty young.
Yeah.
She should have toughed it out for at least
I
like
felt
one
so
more year.
cool. I was so pumped about it. Because then I like knew, I was like, well, now I know that my parents give me my presents and I can manipulate them now.
Oh, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped. I wasn't crushed at all. I think I was.
I felt like
was-
someone I knew died.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I cried.
Really? How
Oh,
did you
man.
find out?
Well, keep in mind, we previously discussed I was a loser, so I didn't have a lot of friends. So you basically just told me one of my friends that gives me presents every year died.
Oh,
so I was
God,
like, I
it's
got
horrid.
one less friend.
Yeah.
I love that you're a self-proclaimed loser, and I'm a cool guy that did gymnastics for a few years.
Guy. But both of you are afraid of showing your junk.
Yes.
Yeah. No matter how cool you are.
I think that's a family thing.
Yeah.
I inherited that, unfortunately.
Unless our cousins are around.
Right. Unless Lindsay Chelsea's around. Emily.
Casey, come
Casey.
on.
Casey's around.
She's important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Casey.
We at least had the balls to tell you her name.
Guys, I
You don't
can't.
have.
You guys are weird Alabama people. Like everyone already assumes. I'm from Kentucky. We don't
But
do
aren't
that
your
there.
parents?
Yes.
There's some incest stuff going on there.
There is. But they weren't. This was more. This was more like I found out through 23andMe. It wasn't like a known thing that my parents shared a cousin.
Oh, they didn't know?
It was more like we've never spoken it out loud, so let's move on kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't do a podcast talking about it, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And then I just do a bit about it that blows up on the internet, and now everybody knows.
Oh, God. I bet that was fun at Thanksgiving.
You know what? They were like, dude, you got like, you're internet famous now. And then everybody forgot why I was famous. And that's why it doesn't matter. And that's why porn girls still talk to their parents.
Because people forget.
Because people just say you're famous now and you have a lot of money, and we're not gonna talk about why.
Yeah.
You can pay the bills, and that's great. That's
all
all we
we
need
care
to know.
about. Yeah, exactly.
I'm from the South. My parents are cousins. And that actually is true. I took one of those tests. I was like, Dad, why is mom's cousin on your side? And he was like, eat your meatloaf. And this is true. I did find that out. I was upset when I found out. I should tell you that. And I wasn't mad that it happened. I do not blame my parents. They were very young when they met. It was puppy love, same litter. Dude, I was just mad. I didn't find out until I was 26 years old. I was like, yo, I could have used this when I was younger. You know, imagine the scholarships I could have gotten. I didn't know I was diverse, you know?
I feel like so much has happened since the first time you did our podcast to now. It's been a wild, like...
Maybe,
For you.
kinda.
Yeah,
Not
we're in the
our-
same place.
Guys,
We've had a video.
look at your new crib.
we
This
got
is
to-
definitely the place that you own, and this is your couch.
Yeah.
And congrats.
We're doing pretty well.
This is definitely not a gay couple that rents out their
Yeah, definitely not.
their metro.
Oh
apartment.
my God, there's a picture of a horse right there on the wall.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? Every hotel I'm in, there's like some kind of horse, something
No
on
way.
the wall. Like it follows me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It follows that it's a horse.
I can't escape it.
I'll have a horse one day in Burbank. That's my goal.
What kind of horse do you want?
I don't know. I don't know that much about horses.
Silver horse?
Yeah. No, I heard that the light colored ones die earlier, so darker. Chestnut. I just want a chestnut. I don't know. I don't care. Like a golden chestnut color. I've never thought about it. Acorn golden chestnut. Yeah. And that's my goal.
Other movie related questions. What's last movie you watched that made you cry?
Cry?
Do you cry a lot when you watch movies?
I don't know if I cry a lot. God, I try so hard to cry and I can't. I watched Poor Things a week ago and was obsessed with it. People were dogging on it, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was amazing. People kept thinking it was like pedophilia, but it's not. Her brain just develops very. Just watch it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic, and I related to her a lot.
But no tears.
Cry? I think I cried at. Oh, I watched it really recently. Did I talk about Soul?
No, I love that movie though.
Have you watched Soul?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't. That was like my latest Pixar. It came out a long time ago, but it's very deep for a child's movie.
Yeah.
And it's like talks about the meaning of life.
Oh, yeah.
It is incredibly
Pixar
deep.
does that sometimes, where they just
But this one felt like I don't think kids are gonna get this.
Yeah, this was very much an adult
Yeah.
movie. I would still cry watching it, and I still can't really grasp my head around it. I still feel like I might be a little bit dumb to understand what they're talking about.
Well, I think Soul. I mean, just the whole jazz thing, it kind of reminded me of stand up too. Like him going in the basement to
Yes.
play. It just felt like he was at the Comedy Cellar a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
like cares about the gigs and like making it and all this stuff, and he doesn't like slow down and realize like how beautiful it is just to live life.
Except in your version of Soul, you'd turn to a horse, not a cat, right?
God, that would be. I don't know if I'd want to ever turn into an actual horse, because then I'd realize all the shitty parts about being a horse. Like I wouldn't want to like be a horse and then shit, you know, because then like I'm like, oh, I've been a horse. I know it. I know the gross, dirty, nitty gritty of it, and then I would lose the magic of it. So I want to see a horse from afar. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be a horse.
Who's got that joke that's like, in Lord of the Rings, like when they're on the horses doing the battle, like the horses think it's real.
Oh, right. Do they? Oh my God, they might.
Yeah, I forget the comedian that did it, but it's like, you think about it, they're all like in battle.
Yeah.
And, like, no one's explained to the horses that they're not like actually in battle.
Oh my God, you're so right. What a fun life.
I thought that was so funny. That's such a
Yeah.
good bit.
I feel
As
like
a
the
horse-
horses had to be disappointed after the shoot. Just like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah.
it? Okay.
Man, I thought this was us now.
Yeah, I thought we were dueling.
Oh man.
Yeah, who won the duel? When they do like a Knight's Tale, when they battle
They're like
after
talking
that.
shit to each other.
Yeah, and then they have to go, and then they're like, now we're back to 1999.
One of them finds out it was staged, but he's like, I can't tell anyone.
I can't tell the others.
I'm not gonna ruin Santa, a horse Santa, for all these people.
Yeah, it's such a good point. I mean, it is pretty much real for them, right?
Yeah,
they are
why-
battling.
why would
What
it
a
not
fun
be?
life.
It's just every once in a while you hear someone do a bit, you're just like, holy shit.
I'm mad. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Oh, I get mad every time I see like a
Oh my
great
God, a
bit.
horse like gets to see an elf, and they don't know it's not a real
Yeah,
elf.
they're just like, this is life.
Yeah, look at these pointy-eared motherfuckers. Sorry, I'm not allowed to cut.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend Casey.
This is a family podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Guys.
Oh, what was it like getting decked in the Seahawks when you were doing the
Yeah.
punt returns?
And just, I'm in a man's world, and so even in the biggest scale, going on tour with Bert Kreischer, you're reminded of that because you go to the Seahawks and then you go, we're gonna do punt returns. Katherine, get in there, and I love to get in there. I'll try anything. I love trying things. I'm not an athletic person, okay? I'm not touring with a bunch of girls and we're having a hair braiding competition. We're catching punt returns. And so obviously I'm not good at that. And I remember the guy, his name was DJ Dallas. He's a player for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
He was like, Katherine, I need you to make a bowl and you're making a hole. I need you to make a bowl and you're making a hole with your arms. And right as the ball's coming, he's like, you're making a hole. I'm like, I'm trying to make a bowl. He's like, you're making a hole. And it went straight through my arms and decked me right in the heart. And
Oh!
One more time.
and then later Pete Carroll walked up to us and he was giving us a speech, or he was like, we were kind of like in a horseshoe talking to him, and he was talking, and then he caught me, and he was mid motivational speech, and he caught me and he goes, good catch.
I love that you described y'all's stance as in a horseshoe.
Yeah, not a semicircle.
I was like, it does follow you everywhere.
It's me. It's in me. I can't get rid of it. I am a horse.
Yeah.
And then every time I'm out with the guys, and they're like, who can punt the golf ball the farthest now? And they're like, Katherine, you gotta try. And I try my hardest, and it looks like I'm doing it to be funny because it's so bad, but it's not. I'm just that unathletic.
I've seen the video, and the whole time you're telling the story, it's like I could hear the ball hitting.
Oh!
No, you took it like a champ, though.
Yeah, it actually didn't hurt that bad. And we kicked punt returns after that, and I was very good at punting, but of course we didn't get that on video.
Yeah, of course not.
It's fine. It's just I'm happy being the comic relief in the boys' world.
Yeah.
It made for good content.
It did make for good content.
I know. And a bruised sternum. I won't be able to make it as a cheerleader or a football player, and that's fine. I'll just become an exotic dancer. Oh, they're all so hot. They're all so hot.
Well, thanks so much. Rick,
Thank
got
you
anything
guys.
else?
I think that about does it. Thank you so much for coming on the
Thank you
podcast
guys.
again.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me shout out the good word about Bring It On. I feel like it's kind of lost its magic recently, and I would like to bring it back. This should be studied.
I was glad. I did pull a fast one on you when you were like, "Bring it on." I was like, "It's already been brought." And you were like, "Oh man, what movie do we need to do?" And I was like, "No, I was telling you. I was just quoting the movie." You're like, "Ah, shit, I should
I
have got
forgot
that
about
one."
it. I know I needed to brush up on my lines.
Before we go, hit us with your Britney Spears impression on our way out.
Okay, this is Britney stubs her toe in the shower. This is Britney Spears stubbed her toe in the shower. Ow.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys. Toodles.
Watching movies.